Hello, everyone. Welcome to Gigi and the 561. I'm Pam Barker. Thanks for being here. It's June. When I was a kid, the way it worked at my house, the moment school was out, the next day, we went on vacation. I've talked about it before on a podcast, but it really was that way. I mean, my mom had everything ready to go. All the summer clothes were ready, packed. My father didn't always go. It was usually uh, women, the girls that went, and we were off. And it was such a great way to start this summer. And so I kind of always feel that way in June a little bit. This year, we're actually home. We've traveled so much from the beginning of the year, but we're home right now for the present moment and doing projects, things that need to be done. So that's always good, I guess. Ceiling fan in the living room just stopped working on us, and it is a wonderful fan. So we're waiting for the replacement part because we really do need it. But it is summer and it is South Florida, so there you go. What happens though is when you go to the beach in the evenings, it cools down by the water. It really does, and it's really nice. I've not had a good hair day in years because of humidity. The photos will prove that. Can't help it. It's the way it is. But what makes me wonder as I'm home in June and just being very very random, doing projects, doing things that need to be done. Why do you like certain things? Why? For me, for example, why do I prefer to drink Saratoga water? And I have to wonder, is it because the bottles are glass? Well, you can get plastic too, but are this great cobalt blue? And I'm drawn to that. Is that really what it is? Is it just the glass? Or does it really matter about the water that's inside? And here's my take on it. It's the water. Yeah, the cobalt blue really is pretty. It makes me want to keep every one of the glasses of the bottles. But Saratoga water, the cobalt blue holder vessel aside, it's really known because it has a unique flavor. Uh, it has a very clean taste and very high quality spring water. It's very obvious that it's very high quality. Uh, if you like premium bottled water, you may also like Saratoga water, like I do. There's lots of bottled water. Some of it is just like tap water. Nothing wrong with tap water. Putting into your own vessel, which we have a ton of because we get them as gifts from different travel entities. So we actually have thrown some away recently, but you can fill your own. That's fine. But I really like the combination of Saratoga water because our neighbor, we used to have a neighbor, she's moved back to Connecticut, but she never drank water. She's like, I hate water. It's like, how can you hate water? And doesn't your body crave water? Mine does. Especially in the evening. That's what's really funny. It's in the evening when I really like to have water. But Saratoga water has a natural carbonation and smooth texture. And it's really refreshing. And it's an enjoyable way to drink water. I think maybe even if you hate it. But also, importantly, it's kind of known for a subtle sweetness. I don't mean sweet if you are like my mate who likes sweet everything, including sweet tea. I like unsweetened tea. No, not like that. But you can note the taste of it, and it has minimal sodium, magnesium, and calcium. Um, so it's a very interesting kind of bottled water. So why do I like it? Why do I like it? It really is the taste. And the bottle is just a plus. Um, Mexican Coke, which I've talked about before too. I keep those in my little mini fridge. That's not a mini fridge. It's like this weird size that we bought when our big refrigerator went out a couple years ago, and we had to make do until the new one arrived, and then we ended up keeping it for overflow, such as these bottled Cokes. Um, my mate drinks Coke Zero, so he's on his own. For me, one of the best things about Tulum, there's a song called Tulum, and it's beautiful. Have you ever been to Tulum? Yes, I have, and I love it. And it gets very hot, but it's very, very beautiful. Tulum, Tulum. But what you do there, the first thing I do there, I don't get some kind of alcoholic beverage. Can't wait to have a fill in the blank kind of Mexican cocktail. No, no, no. I get a Mexican Coca Cola. They're served ice cold in glass bottles. Now, you can get those. I just bought some yesterday. You can buy them at the grocery store. You can buy them wherever you shop, at least where I live. What makes them so special, it really does make a difference that they're bottled in glass. Same thing with milk. When milk is bottled in glass, I don't like milk, but it still is better in glass. It's colder. It really is. It gets it colder. Plastic should never have been invented for so many reasons. But the thing about Mexican Coke, they use cane sugar, as in growing cane out in the field, instead of the high fructose corn syrup used in Cokes in this country, in the cans and the plastics and all of that. So in Mexico, you can uh, appreciate the fact that they use cane sugar and they bottle their Cokes in glass. So I keep them and I ration them out. I don't drink a lot. I have a stopper. It's really for champagne. It's for like a beverage that's under pressure, which a Coke is. And and so I use my champagne stoppers, and I'll drink a little bit of Coke, and that I don't want a whole thing. I'm a very light eater and drinker. It takes me all day to drink like a glass of tea that goes with lunch. I'll be still sipping on it in the afternoon. Very, very slow eater. Uh, so I'll take a few sips, and then pop the cork on, put it back, let it stay nice and cold. But it's our little quirks are funny, and that's what we should celebrate. I think right now, as we are in a very unusual time in our country, we need to find ways to find these kind of joys and things to embrace in our own little world. And I'm trying to do that. We're trying to do that by what kind of great food can we cook? What would be fun? We made Cuban sandwiches for lunch today with Spanish rice, and I made deviled eggs. It was a mishmash, and it was delicious. It was so good. But let's make Cuban sandwiches out of a pork roast sliced very, very thin. Just finding our joy is, I don't think it's ever really been more important than now. I'm wondering about the Mexican Cokes and the tariffs on things. We went on a scavenger hunt this morning. I like champagne. I like good champagne. Um, I like Veuve Clicquot. It's French. And if you like champagne, drink good champagne. Um, if you're making a French 75 or something with champagne, use cava. Cava is very, very delicious. A great substitute. But if you're really wanting to drink a cold ish, you don't need to get champagne too cold. Um, Flute of champagne. Make sure it's a good one. And Veuve Clicquot is my favorite. Although Moet and Chandon is also second to that. Where I'm going with this, the tariffs on French champagnes started in April. Let me tell you that France is not paying that tariff. We are. We went on a scavenger hunt to see various places. what prices are we looking at now with Verve Clicquot? And it has gone up quite a bit, and to reflect the tariffs that are being put on us to pay. Now, will that happen with the Mexican Cokes? I don't know. It hasn't yet. A 4-pack of the bottles of Coke, Mexican Coke, range slightly under $10, depending on where you get them. Verve Clicquot right now, depending on where you get it, is between $55 and $60 and up. So it just depends on where you get. Now, if you're talking about Dom Perignon, those kinds of really really high end, like like I said, Dom Perignon, you're paying $200 and up for that. So in a way, and if you prorate drinking a bottle of Verve Clicquot or Moet and Chandon, which is still around $45, by the way, prorated, that comes out, you can get about 10 glasses of 10 flutes of champagne per bottle. Now, it depends on how full you get them. If you go all the way to the top, you're only going to get about 8. But so prorated, it's not that much. And let me tell you, when you buy Verve Clicquot in a restaurant, it's way more. It's 3 times that, easily 3 times that when you're buying it at a restaurant. So yeah, it's really not worth it so much. But summer means so many things, and I think this summer is trying. We are in hurricane season where we live. Prices are going up to travel. Many airlines are curtailing their destinations. All sorts of things happening in the world as we find our way within our own private world. And that's really all we control anyway, is what we do and what our outlook on life is. I take comfort in reading verses written by other people. I like this one very much because I think it applies for where we are right now. I'm going to read you. This one's a little bit longer, not too bad. It says, be too much, be extra, live large, smile big, laugh hard, celebrate yourself, open your heart, express your emotions, and that's really important right now. Use your words, giggle, dance, soak in the sun, splash in the waves, and this is really important right here. Breathe deep and love your life. You only get one. So let's think about that really good as we face challenges in the world right now, and some of them are very, very tough. So I want to leave you with this today. Whether you drink champagne, whether you drink Coke, water from the faucet, don't drink from the water hose. That's really not safe. That you did as a kid, yeah, well, guess what? We shouldn't have done that then, and don't do it now. But whatever it is you do, whether it's cooking, dressing up, this is what I do. I wear what I want to wear. I dress I change clothes about 3 times a day, every day. And I always change in the evening. That's the thing, when a kid, you go out, you play, you come in and you change. Sorry about that. I thought I had my phone on focus. Anyway, I want to leave you with this. Beautiful souls recognize beautiful souls. Keep being genuine. Your people will find you. Thank you so much for being with me. I'm Pam Barker. This is GD in the 561. Thank you.